Well, it's mid-afternoon at Alta, and I am finally ready to go take on my favorite run anywhere, a little run called Amen. We're in the Devil's Castle area at Alta, and we're about to ski down under the Sugarloaf lift. Mary Jo's checking to see if my camera light's flashing, and here we go. I left this section of video pretty much intact because it's just so beautiful going down this side of the mountain. That range over across the way, kind of out in front of us, is basically the backside of Solitude and Brighton. Anyway, it's just a very pretty area, especially when it's all covered in snow like this. You'll notice occasionally I seem to be pointing somewhere with my pole. Well, what happened was I mounted my GoPro camera too far forward on my helmet, and so my helmet keeps slipping down, pushing the goggles down on my face, so I keep having to push it up. I'm not actually pointing directions to myself or somebody else. Okay, here we are where Mary Jo's dropping off a groomed run. Still a black, nice run, and I made the mistake of stopping below the crest of the run, so I had to do a little uphill hiking. And now I've got to go find my run. It's a very narrow drop. Again, this area is called Amen, but it's not a specific run. What I'm looking for is kind of out on a point. It's a very narrow chute that's not dangerous. It starts off at probably something like a 65 to 75%, 60, not 75, 60 to 70% drop for maybe 50 feet, then begins to ease out a little. And normally I wouldn't ski anything that steep, but there's nothing to hit if you fall. You're just going to slide down the hill, so it's not too frightening. It's just a little intimidating when you're standing on the top. So I'm trying to find it, and I finally figure out it's down below that little group of trees down there, or that's where I think it is. Before I start, I checked back up the hill, and here's the entrance. And of course, there's a major problem. First of all, it's closed. There's a rope across the top, but it's totally covered in rocks, so it would be really dangerous to try to ski anyway. So much for that. So I head over to the less steep section just to the left here. The snow is still great. This does get a lot of traffic, so the moguls get a little chopped up, but it's not icy, so it's easy to ski down. Even though it's not as steep, it's still a lot of fun to ski. And I want to get back over into the bottom of section of that run just so I can at least get a little shot back up the hill at it. So I traverse across. And somewhere up here I turn the camera very briefly back up. This is the bottom run out section, I guess you'd call it. Anyway, there it is. That's where I wanted to come down, just directly up in the sun. But another year. And back down to the base of Sugarloaf Lift to meet up with Mary Jo, and I'm gonna head back to the front side.